What's up, Bucs fans? Back here at Pirate Parlay. I'm your host, JC Allen, here on the Sick Podcast Network, and the Bucs got a huge win, their signature win of the season over the Green Bay Packers this past weekend in Lambeau. Baker went perfect. The defense got after the quarterback and really held an explosive Packers team. The Bucs got to win. They control their own destiny. All they got to do now really is beat the Saints, and they've got a clear path to the playoffs. Starts this week on Christmas Eve against the Jaguars before their final two divisional games, the Saints and the Panthers. And, everything's on the line. They know that, and they've been going out there and playing great football, 3 straight wins. We'll talk to one of the catalysts of those wins, a player on defense, a player you guys are very familiar with, Shaq Barrett. We'll be back after the break.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Pirate Parlay.
Battle intercepted, picked off in the end zone. Bucs are going to beat the Chiefs. We're the champions of the world.
The sickest Tampa Bay Buccaneers podcast. It's going to be sick.
Back here on the other side. I'm going to waste no time to introduce him. We've got 2-time Super Bowl champion, All-Pro, Pro Bowler, NFL sack leader. He's the man, Shaq Barrett.
What's up? Appreciate you having me on. I love the intro. Sound real good.
I appreciate you coming on. And hey, you worked hard for those, man. All those are that's something to hang your hat on and be proud of. But big win. Big win this past week. You guys control your own destiny. You've controlled it for the last 3 weeks now. You've gone out there and handled your business. Slow down a kind of dangerous passing attack from this Green Bay Packers. Just talk about the team win and the key to slowing down that offense.
So it was a great victory, as you said. And the team we came out, Coach Bowles, like he always instilled in us, we control our destiny if we come out there and do what we're supposed to do. And that's all you can ask for as an athlete, and especially as an athlete getting ready for playoff or postseason action. So we came out there just with the mindset that we're not ready to go home. So we got to do whatever it takes to get the win. And offense, defense, special teams, we all came out there we were supposed to do. Offense really turned it on. Defense, I still think we got a lot of room for improvement. I think that first drive we always give up. We got to get better at that. But we manned up and we did what we were supposed to do when the time came, and we started to lock them boys up at the right time. And like that's all we can ask for. Any win is a good win, but I want it to be a little bit better. And defensively, I want us to be a little bit better defensively.
Look at the defense. Red zone defense in particular has been so good this season. You guys, once they get in there, it's like they're at the 22. You're like, oh, I wish they were at the 18 or the 19 instead, because the red zone defense has been so good. So what's been the key to that recipe?
I think once we get once people dry down there, we know we got to like really kick in. Like we don't want to give up 7 points. Back when I first got here, my inside linebacker coach now, Larry Foote, but he was my coach, outside linebacker coach. He was saying that the difference between winning games is giving up 3 instead of 7 and mental errors and missed tackles in the fourth quarter. And we really be trying to hone in on that so we can set ourselves up to be in the best position possible when it get down to crunch time.
You got, Pro Football Focus. It's not the end all be all, but it's only grading metric we really have out there besides individual coaching grades. So we don't get the privy to get that knowledge, but they had you as one of your better games this season on the year. Just, you look about the road you had, coming back from that Achilles tear. What's been the hardest thing about returning to form, and how close do you feel like you are to pre-injury?
I think it's been a little bit of a journey. I think I've been close to form since like the first time we played the Falcons. It felt like I really started to get going again. Like everything was hitting on all cylinders again. I just got to make sure I just take advantage of them opportunities when I get out there. Like, because teams, they pass the ball quick a lot against us. It ain't too many times when they hold it, but I got to make sure the times they do hold it, I got to get a pressure, a hit, a sack, something on them times. But the hardest part about making it back was chilling for 2 months, 3 months, not doing no running or cardio, and then starting to get back in shape in the training room at the Bucs facility with John, Bobby Dutchy, and my Lily. She not there no more, but man, Lily, we did a lot of work together in the off season trying to get back, and all that running, cardio, conditioning, man, they really got after me, and I felt it for sure. And I do not want to be back in there again at all because that conditioning and that heat, being out of shape, that's a whole nother animal right there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how hard, just being there during OTAs, saw how hard you were, grinding to get back and to be back for day one, not have to go on that pup list. I think that was surprising to many, and just a testament of the hard work you put in through that season, through that off season. And the hard work doesn't stop. Obviously, it goes all year round. Football for players, the 24/7 season, even the off season, you're working on ways to get better, how to fine tune things, keep it in shape. Just like I'm working on drafts, off-season free agency moves and stuff. Football is a 24/7 beast for everyone involved with it. And, it comes with its ups and downs and lows and highs and lows and valleys. And, you had 19 and a half sacks a few years ago, like led the league, sack leader. And, your production hasn't jumped all the way back up there, but really who has consistently. But just like, what's the hardest thing about trying to live up to that, because you got fans, short for fanatical, they expect one thing, and it's obviously there's opportunities don't always come in the right way, and fans don't look at pressures, like other people do, which is in there as close to a sack as it affects the play. But just kind of living up to that, 19 and a half season and how you try to get through.
It is really hard because I know I had that in me, and like maybe not 19 and a half consistently, but at least to be like a 15 sack guy like every year. And just the pressure that I put on myself to like at least get there, and then I fall short every time since the 19 and a half sack season. It's a lot, man. And it's disappointing at times, disappointing a lot, but I also try to take the little victories when I do get the little victories. But yeah, I mean, I've been disappointed with my seasons every year since the 19 and a half sack season.
Ain't coming every year. What's up with that?
But like just having times when I can affect the game, take over games, like the playoffs when I was able to affect the game a lot for our Super Bowl run, like stuff like that. I still take them wins and victories, but I want to get back to that top echelon of play, being a top 10 sack guy in the league, not like top 1 through 10 top sack guy in the league. And I think I could get back there for sure, man. I just gotta take advantage of my opportunities, and offense keep doing what they're doing, putting pressure on their offense because we scoring points, and the opportunities are gonna come for sure. I just gotta make sure I make the most of them.
That's the thing. And you just kind of mentioned there's so many variables that go into being able to get that. First of all, you're 19 and a half sack guy. Guess what? You're getting a tight end on every play, Shaq.
Yeah.
Every play. But not only that, when you're not, those opportunities come a lot easier when the offense is, giving you a lot of that cushion. So now they've got to throw the ball consistently. They've got to be dropping back consistently when it's a close game, or when you're down. Now they can utilize the run game more. They're not so anxious to throw the ball to try to keep up with the score. So all of those things definitely take part of control. And, you can only control what you control, but the pressures have still been there, which is, I think it's not a sack. I know, Shaq. It's not a sack, but it definitely affects the play. And you can see that too. And, speaking of like this year too, like, you look at the sack production is down on the edge room, but the pressures are still there. What's going, and you kind of mentioned it earlier, but what would you think is the key to the kind of the lack of the production from the edge rusher room this season?
So when we get there, we gotta finish. We haven't finished some. We missed a few sacks for sure. And like you said, there's a lot of variables that go into it. I don't want to sit here and make no excuses. I just know that whenever we do get opportunities to get there, we got to get there. And it has been sometimes we had opportunities and we didn't get there. So we just got to make sure we're making the most out of them opportunities. But I most definitely haven't ever been an excuse guy. I don't care if I get 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities out the game. Actually, when the quarterback gives us time to get there, I got to be there affecting, getting, like you said, a pressure, QB hit, a sack on those plays. And that's what I expect out of myself. That's what my room expect. That's what I expect out of our guys in my position group. That's what they expect out of themselves. And we've been working on that, trying to get better at that week in, week out. And I think we're going to start gelling, and like you're going to see more production sack wise. I don't want pressures. I don't want hits. I want sacks, because sacks is it helped the team out the most. Pressures help too, and hits help when you got the quarterback to throw it out of bounds or rush a pass and throw an interception or something like that. But I want the sacks. I want to be able to help the team out the most with the strip sacks, somebody get a recovery, scoop and score. Like that's what I want. I just want to affect the game the biggest way possible to help the team win.
Hey, did it this weekend, right? So, speaking of that, the edge room, you guys have had a lot of turnover there as far as coaching goes. You had Larry Foote, and then you had Bob Sanders, and then this year of George Edwards. Just talk about, how that turnover has affected the room, and then just what George Edwards has brought this season.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think the turnover really affect the room because all the coaches usually come in, they let us be us, and then they try to help us improve our game on stuff that they think we need to work on and stuff that they saw that worked out throughout the league when they was coaching all the other guys. So I think that's beneficial to us for sure. But Coach G, he most definitely bring another aspect to our pass rush room and our just edge rush outside linebacker. He's so smart and knowledgeable. We work on our drops all the time, so I won't be surprised if we catching more picks and being in the right position for PBUs. And he helped us to understand, I ain't even gonna lie, Coach G, he's so smart when it comes to these X's and O's out there. And he helped us be in the right position for in a run game, like the way he simplify us when we take on block certain ways to make it consistent, the way we line up, make it more consistent. Because we did have a couple years when we line up different positions like 9 technique, 6 technique against certain formations, but majority of the time we stay the same now, attack the block the same way. So he helped just came and clear a lot of things up for us, make us be able to just to play what we see, read and react, and not have to think too much out there. And he also understand that we don't have to be robots too, and that's one of the biggest things when coaches don't want you to be robots. They allow you to go out there and maybe you're supposed to be outside. If you come inside, you got to make the play freestyle a little bit, and not they're gonna still let you know if you did freestyle and you didn't make the play, but they understand that you playmakers and sometimes the offensive lineman might give you the inside when you're supposed to be outside, and you just breathe and react, being an athlete and taking the inside and making a play.
And that's one of the things too. Like a lot of people just look at edge and sack production. There's a lot more that goes into it, and especially setting the edge against the run. And nobody does it. Few do it, I should say, better than you do in the league. Just talk about what goes into your run defense and how you're able to kind of control the line of scrimmage on that side of the ball.
Take edge setting and a run defense as a must. I'm already starting outside of the guy, so I'm already started setting the edge. So it's that should be a given. You should never have to worry about the ball hitting the edge on me from the person that's lined up a little bit inside of me trying to come and seal me on the edge. So I just treat it like that. It's simple. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I gotta hold the edge. My defense is counting on me to hold the edge, to send it back to them. And if I am holding the edge, they try to bounce out. That should be my play to make. And then if they still try to take it inside, I still need to be able to get off the block and help out on the play as well. But edge setting, I think that should be the easiest job in the NFL, especially when you're already starting at an advantage by being the outside shade of the person already.
And you mentioned too, you got to be able to do so many different things, on your dropbacks, the way Bowles utilizes you inside, outside, out wide. He does so many different things with you guys. We've seen plays where you're lined up inside and Vita Vea is lined up on the outside. They've got Levante David drop down in the DT position. It's just he gets so creative. What's some of your favorite formations that he uses you in?
I like when I line up inside as a 3 technique. That might be my second year. I had a lot of different packages. My second year, I used to line up at the middle linebacker, move around. We still have some when I go out on the edge, off ball linebacker, and I move around, and then I drop or I blitz from somewhere. But I ain't even gonna lie. Now I just want just put me on the edge, let me go, because I feel like that's the best way for me to be able to get the sacks and get the production that I want out of myself. Because the tackle shouldn't be able to beat me or block me and keep me away from the quarterback all the time. So I'm nah, setting moves up, working moves, and setting the tackle up the whole game so I could be able to beat him when the time is right and take advantage of the opportunity. So now I'm more of just put me on the outside, let me rush, or if we move inside, we could do a little stun or something in there, or just let me rush in the inside. I just want to keep it simple and just be able to work my moves.
All right. Do you prefer a side, left or right? Because I know they're changing you there for a minute. What side do you prefer to rush from?
On the defensive left side, so going against the offensive right tackle, that's my side. Like my right arm feels a little stronger when I do the long arm, when I'm just sticking the long arm in there. So left arm, I ain't even gonna lie, I probably had one of my best long arms on the going against the left tackle side, but it's not as consistent. It got to be like perfect for me to get that long arm on the left side, like perfect like that. But on the right side, I feel like I could get power almost no matter where I'm coming from and what angle, what step I'm on. So I like going against the right tackle the most.
Because with JPP here, you were doing the left side, right? Mostly against the left
Yeah.
tackle. Yeah.
And then when Carl was here, I was on against the left tackle most of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm usually like I let you have because I think I'm good on both sides. I better be good on both sides. I don't want to be like a limited myself. I don't want to have a weakness like that. So I usually let the other guys pick. But now I'm like, no, I'm gonna be on my normal defensive left side. And
One
like,
thing that
I would say when I let Watts get in there, I let Watts pick his side though. Like Watts, go ahead. What side you want? Because he's young. I want him to be comfortable. Don't have to worry about nothing, and just go out there and just play.
His pressure rate too is out of control for the amount of snaps that he has. He really gets after the guy. Definitely a special young kid to keep an eye on. You mentioned, setting up tackles and stuff like that. What's some of your favorite pass rush moves that you like to do? And how do you go about setting a tackle up for that certain time, that certain moment? How does that go into? What kind of preparation does that go into? And when do you feel that the time is right where gotcha and you employ it?
So it depends on film study. I see how the tackle sets. Let me know like what my game plan coming into the game going to be. If I need to set them up with power first, set them up with speed first. But if I set you up with power first, I'm trying to like power, maybe power you all the way back, try to power you all the way back. And then I'll try to power and hurry up and quickly get off. So I have a move like I do with the fake power and hurry up and get off. That's usually one of my bread and butters. And then when I just speed and just shoot my hands and double swipe, that's usually a bread and butter as well. And now I'm working on I'm always working on the long arm because I'm more confident and comfortable with it now. But it's still like I don't do it enough in the game for me to like to be that confident and comfortable with it yet. So I could pull it out, but I feel like my other moves better. So I'm gonna stick with those more than the long arm. But I also like the counter, inside spin. And I did it a few times in the last game, but sometimes I rush it, do it one step too early. It was one time I did it perfectly, but the quarterback threw the ball. And it was like the other two times I rushed it and then a guard slid over. But like just setting them up is just film study on how they set, and then I see who beat them and how they beat them. And then I do my version of their moves and try to set them up to fall for similar things.
Yeah, it's all about timing, right? Timing and precision. These guys are paid athletes too, and they know what you're trying to do to them, and because they're watching the same stuff, right? They're like, "Oh, Shaq likes to do this, I'll do that." And speaking of those guys on the opposite side of the ball, there's been some great tackles you played against. Who are some of the best tackles that you've ever faced?
So back when I was in Denver, I played like a little younger Tyron Smith. He was really good. He still was good when we played him. Not the playoffs last year because I was hurt, but early in that year, I think it was like game one when we played him. Yeah, he was still pretty good then. I played Tristan Wirfs in practice. He's really good.
Yeah.
Tristan
moving
real
the
good.
right to the left because wow, right?
Yeah. It's like only time like Tristan, he don't get beat. The only time you ever see Tristan really get beat is when he's playing through an injury. Like you saw like I saw one time against the Eagles, he like hurt his ankle. He came in, then somebody like long on him back. Like, no, that ain't Tristan right there. Like I know he hurt, and like you could tell when Tristan hurt.
Same thing.
Yeah, he got hurt, and then somebody was able to get him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Tristan, he's really hard to beat. And I won against Trent Williams one time, like this year, and it's just him like Lane Johnson. It's the way they set, like that make him a little harder to beat because the way they set, you can't really speed around them, so they make you only have to lean on your power, and then they like setting and ready for the power. So it's harder to beat like them guys like that. But that's when the film study coming in. You gotta try to get them to react a different way, or make them think you're gonna power the whole time to try to change something up, or like try to hit them with so much power that they sit on the power heavy, and then you could use some speed to get around them. But I would say Lane Johnson. I think the other tackle for the Eagles was pretty good too.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now.
Like Jordan
Yeah,
Mailata or
Jordan
something.
Mailata. Yeah, the guy who can
Yeah.
sing really well. Yeah.
Oh, you can sing? I ain't know
It's,
that.
yeah, Eagles put out a Christmas album with the offensive lineman last year.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
It
Yeah.
was pretty funny. What about Luke? How's Luke been?
Luke, he grew so much, man. Luke been good. Like going against Luke in practice this year, like he made me work a lot too. Like when I go against him, I don't know, like man, like Luke, like I'll be saying like sometimes I see like other guys rushing, like man, they had a good rush on Luke. Like then I go do the same move against him and it don't work. Like hold on, why you playing me different than you playing them, Luke, man? But Luke, he the man. He played physical and aggressive. And then he's got the strength to be able to take the ball, but he also has good feet to be able to move with the speed as well. So Luke most definitely, I see him being at the right tackle for a minute for our team because he like the way he's improving consistently and the lag. I don't know the stats, but I'm pretty sure he's not giving up a whole lot of pressures and sacks or nothing like that. So, or you might give up some pressures, but he ain't giving up sacks like that.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, I think Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you look at last year, struggled at left guard, and you're like, and then moves to right tackle. He's actually one of the top 20 tackles in the league, regardless of side. So definitely a good young player who's definitely grown into a good role. Another good young player drafted this year, setting the kind of the team on fire right now is Sub-Zero Yaya Diaby. Just talk about him, not just, on the field, obviously off the field, throwing himself into community stuff, just kind of making an impact on this team. Just talk about him, the impact he's been able to make, and, propelling himself into a starting role too so soon.
So him, like his mindset, attitude, mentality coming on the field. I mean, coming in as a young guy, like it's like what you want all the young guys to have. Like he always want to put the work in. He always in the weight room getting extra work, and then like his speed to power is like unguardable. Like he's so strong, and then that speed, he's fast too, so they don't expect it. So when he's speeding off, the tackles get a little nervous, and then he go into him with that power. Like he remind me like a little like that speed to power, like a Khalil Mack a little bit, like so consistent with it, and then if
comparison.
Yeah, I'm saying if you can like so consistent with it, and then if you give them that little bit of overset a little bit, that power gonna go through the inside, and they're gonna take it and win. But he has the right mindset, mentality. He like hard worker, and he has just a good all field personality, man. Like we did a good job with the guys we brought in this year.
Yeah,
my daughter right here. What's up, Freddie?
Come on, what's up? Say hi.
Is that your bubble out there?
Yeah, that's my boo. Wow. All right, I'll be out there in a few though. You really had to come here and tell me that.
It's
Okay.
all good, man.
Love you.
It's all good, man. My busting on me all the time. I'm like, I'm on TV. I'm on TV. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy too because like he's a rookie, so you've got all the rookie stuff here: new town, new city, new team, new coach, new playbook. And Ball's defense isn't, it's not the ABCs. He's got you doing the ABCs backwards, like a sobriety test or something like that. So yeah, it's a lot of good thing. I got one more question, and then we'll jump into some really fun ones and get you out of here.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 edge rushers in the league right now. Who you got?
Michael Parsons most definitely got to be number one. Like Michael, like that speed that he like threaten you with up the field. Then he still got the power, and then he's just like he wins so many of his rushes, like no matter where he's lining up. Right. So I say Micah, always TJ Watt up there for sure. He's been consistently doing it for years. And then let's see, Hunter up there. He been balling this year. I like who is this? Who I'm about to say? I like Max Crosby. Crosby's been balling. I saw a stat. He played 97% of the snaps, which is crazy. Like I don't know how you do something like that as an edge rush. And he's still like effective every snap that he's out there. How many is that? That's 3.
Yeah. Parsons, Watt. No, that's 4.
For
Hunter, Parsons, Crosby, Watt, Hunter.
Hunter. And the last one to close out the top 5. Let me make sure. Oh, I always like my man VM. Vaughn. He's still Vaughn's still a man. He still got it.
Who?
Von Miller.
Oh, Von Miller.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's still going.
Bosa brothers don't make the list.
Huh?
Bosa brothers.
I mean, they no more. They still up there as well. But I ain't got no more room on. Yeah, I ain't got no room on the list right now. But yeah, I like that game too. I most definitely look at that game and I see what they be doing. I try to apply some of that to my repertoire as well.
So, what's something fans might not know about you?
Something fans might not know about me.
You've been here for a minute, but what's something that they might oh, that's cool.
That's a great question. That's all.
They're all gonna put.
I guess.
Spot, man.
I had a piano keyboard class, so I know I play the piano a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw for your birthday you got a samurai sword. Is that something you collect? Do you collect anything?
No, I don't think I got a samurai sword. It might have been my son's birthday. He got a samurai sword. Yeah.
I saw it was a happy birthday to you. You had a hat on with a samurai sword. You look like you were about to carve up some cake.
That was we had hibachi, like the hibachi guy came to the house and I was using his little playing around with his little
Oh, that's awesome. Do you collect anything? Is there anything like that you collect, like jerseys from the players or
I have a lot of jerseys from other players. No, I just got the jerseys from other players and footballs, just memorabilia from the NFL that so I always be able to remember my time when I was playing and the guys that I played with and the bonds that I had with them.
Gotcha. I could be wrong here again too, but it looks like you're a big theme park guy. Am I right? I mean, you guys look like you're always. What's your favorite theme park? What's your favorite ride?
So that grew on me. I did not like theme parks at all, but my kids made me they were so brave and wanting to do all the rides. I can't let my kids do the rides, and I'm over here nah, I'm gonna just chill and watch. But there's a ride down in Busch Gardens that's really fast. I don't remember. Oh, it's the Sheikra. That was fun.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor at one of the Disney parks was fun.
Yeah.
Just any of the adrenaline ones that get you going. I really still don't have a preference to do them, but my kids made me develop it a little bit. So one time we went zip line and over a forest area. Everybody went, and I was the last one to go. I was like, man, I don't know. I might not go. But I was nah, my kids went, so I'm I can't back out now. Yeah, so I had to go.
This big old strong outside linebacker just letting his kid show him up.
I know, because I think the risk ain't worth the reward. What if something happened?
You're thinking destination stuff over there. I've seen that movie. No.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a really good one. That's at Epcot. Check that one out.
I haven't rode that one yet. I heard that one was a good one.
It's the best ride I've ever been on. It's so good. Between I'm a big Marvel fan too, but between all the ride itself, it's really the visuals. It's really good.
And the Pandora ride at Animal Kingdom. I love that one. I love when you ride in the Banshees. Yeah, that's great. That's probably that's my favorite one.
The splash that comes into when you go by the water, that's fully immersive. That's an awesome one.
Yeah.
You had a fit on this weekend. It was sharp as hell, but you always have a fit on. Who's your fashionista? Who's your stylist? Does that all come from you or?
So I got suits from Tom from Gentleman's Playbook. I got some suits from Ella V. I got suits from there's a lady I think she in Miami, Joanna. So I got some suits from everybody. I used to in Denver, everybody came dressed to the nines. So that's when I developed it. Then I started chilling a little bit, but then you on a plane ride, people talking about Shaq, you can't put it. Hold on. I've been doing this. I've been chilling now, so I had to bring it back out a little bit.
Show them up. Show them who dressed right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a big basketball guy. We talked about this. Mavs are your favorite team. Who are the top 5 players in the NBA right now, or your top 5?
My top 5. Giannis up there. That's not in the order, but Giannis, Jokic. Luka up there, but he gotta get better on defense. Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Jason Tatum,
Okay, there we go. My
Jason
boy.
Tatum.
I was like, you can't leave him
Yeah.
off the list.
No, he ain't off that list. And then the last one I would have to say, well, I don't think he did yet, but he impressed me a lot. Is a Halliburton, but I'm gonna still put like Braun on it. You can't disrespect Braun like that. He be chilling and he still go for 25, 8 and 8. Yeah.
Oh, Halliburton's on that. He's
Oh
that
my, hold on,
man.
hold on. Embiid, my bad. I got to Jason Tatum off Embiid.
What? Now we beefing. It's all good. It's all good. Speaking of LeBron, though, settled the debate: MJ or LJ?
I mean, I ain't watched as much MJ, but I gotta go with Braun.
Okay.
Like the way Braun made his teammates better, like the way from like coming into the league, like Braun, like his numbers, his efficiency, you cannot say Braun. I was a hater too when Braun first came in the league because people were
Everyone
saying
was.
like he better than Kobe. I was like, no, he ain't better than Kobe, but he most definitely earned all that respect I got for him now. Like Braun is most definitely my one, and then Jordan is also a 1A. You could put him anywhere, but I'm gonna say Braun is at the top.
Okay. This is rapid fire. It's called this or that. I'm gonna say two things. You tell me which one. This or that. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
What games you playing?
I'm playing Call of Duty right now, and I play my career playing rec a lot on 2K.
Okay. I Trey Palmer's huge on that. My rec. Beach or the mountains?
Mountains.
Okay. You had a little bit of both in your career, that's for sure. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Who's your favorite hero?
Iron Man and Thor.
Okay. Oh, you know what? All the big guys have all said Hulk, so we got a new one here. I think it's just because of the dressing, right? You know, if he's stylish, you're stylish. All right, I see it.
I had grabbed some of them Iron Man glasses. I got a couple pair of them.
All right, you got to break them out for the next game then. City or country?
Country.
Car or truck?
I mean, I love my cars, but once I get the Cybertruck, it might be truck all day.
Oh, Cybertruck. All right.
Yeah.
What do you got for what's your baby? What's your go-to car right now?
I got a Tesla Model X right now, but it probably won't get no more driving than once I get the Cybertruck. Depending
you on
on
the list for it?
Yeah, I'm on the list, but I've been on the list for 3 years.
Elon, he needs his Cybertruck. Movie or TV series?
I'll go TV series.
Watch anything good recently?
I'm watching the Squid Games, like
that was good.
Yeah, I'm on probably like the 5th episode right now.
Yeah, the competition one. That was good. Did you watch the original, like the show?
Yeah, I watched that one too.
It's so crazy how it's so like similar. It's really good.
Yeah.
All right. We all know you want the sack, so I'm not even gonna ask that one. But interception or a fumble recovery?
Interception.
You got to pick sixes here. How dope is that?
It was. That little play that I had ran 4 yards, or I ran 2 yards and got pulled for 2 yards. That took so much energy out of me. But I haven't.
Nice. Favorite movie?
It's Ready Player One, and then like all the Avatar movies.
Yeah, Avatar is dope. My daughter, she's 5. She was 4 at the time, sat through the whole second movie with me. I was like, this is impressive.
It is.
Favorite sports team growing up?
Ravens and Falcons.
Okay.
And I was always a Mavericks fan for basketball.
Yeah. Where's the favorite place you've ever visited?
I like Turks and Caicos, and then maybe St. Thomas.
Did you go to Bora Bora last year too?
We was going to, but I got hurt. So when I got hurt, that got canceled. But I think we like rescheduled it to this year sometime.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, not this year, next year.
Favorite food?
I like all Chinese food: orange chicken, General chicken.
Oh yeah.
I like regular chicken too, like just wings, spaghetti. I'll leave it right there. But Chinese food is my favorite food. Like
if you
fried rice and noodles.
You gotta let me know if you find a good spot, because I haven't found a good spot since I've been down here.
I found some place called like Token Ramen, and like
Token
yeah, it's like pineapple chicken. It's different, but it's still real good. It's the best thing I had since I've been down here Chinese wise.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
It's like Token Ramen and Kung
Token
Fu Tea.
ramen. Hold on, guys. Kung Fu tea. Got it. Okay. Favorite cereal.
Favorite cereal? I just had some Reese Puffs earlier today. So I think Frosted Flakes though. Frosted Flakes mixed with like Captain Crunch.
They're great. Favorite game you've ever watched.
The Mavericks. Well, first it's 2-1 when the clinching won the winter finals, and then when we came back against OKC to go to the finals, we was down by like 15 with like 5 minutes left, and we came back, and that was the OKC when they had everybody still, the Beard, Brody, and KD.
Yeah, that was a tough team. If they would have kept that together, I wonder what would have happened with that squad. They were
Mm-hmm.
tough. Now they're in perpetual rebuild with like 18 million draft picks.
Yeah. So
Number
yeah, they
one.
good now though. They
Yeah.
good now.
And they got all those picks to spend and add to. Favorite color.
I love all grays, any shade of gray.
Favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show was Game of Thrones, minus the last season because I ain't like the way it ended.
So bad. It was so bad. You know, Tristan was watching it last season for the first time. Like, he never watched it before. So
No,
I
Game
like
of Thrones is
I'm like, I gotta rewatch it with you now because like now I'm invested. Bob Hainsey, he's got a video that he took of Tristan on the plane. One of the rides home of him watching the Red Wedding for the first time.
yeah.
And his reaction is priceless. You gotta check that out.
Yeah. They just did a great job with that show all the way up into the end.
The worst part too is they rushed that last season to go do Star Wars and they got canned from Star Wars. They didn't even get to do it. But whatever. It's frustrating. House of Dragons is good. Did you watch House of Dragons?
Yeah, I watched House of Dragons. It started off good for sure.
That's really good. Favorite sports memory.
Favorite sports memory? I would have to say playing against the Giants when I went for four sacks against the Giants, 3 sacks or something like that. And I had a move that I did. I didn't know what I did. I came back and looked at the replay on the sideline. Like, oh, I did that. That was cold.
That's awesome. So, I mean, that goes right hand in hand with the favorite play we've ever made.
Yeah, that one for sure. Like it was that's sad.
Favorite dessert.
Favorite dessert. I have so many desserts that I like. Sweet potato pie. You gotta go sweet potato pie.
That's always a good one. Favorite season of the year.
Like fall.
Yeah, you've experienced them all, right? So, who's your favorite player growing up?
I was a Mike Vick fan. Probably Vick.
Yeah.
And I like Ray Lewis because he was on Ray Lewis on the Ravens.
So there's your 2 Falcons and your Ravens right there. And the last one, what's the favorite game you've ever played in?
My favorite game might have been there's a couple but the first one that came to memory was when I was in Denver. We was playing the Patriots. I think to go to the Super Bowl, and they scored like a touchdown to make it like within 2 points, and then 2-point conversion they went for, and then I think Roby caught a pick. Sleeve tipped the ball up, and Roby caught the pick, and we ended up sealing the deal like that. So that was an intense game.
That hurts me, Shaq.
Oh no, I got a lot of games, but that's the first one that came to my mind.
Shaq. That hurts me. That hurts me, man. It's all right. I had Dave on earlier. I was like, because he was in Seattle for the Malcolm Butler interception. So I guess tit for tat. But all right, I got one more. I was gonna end up with that, but now favorite Super Bowl ring.
Oh, my second one for sure. Because I was more of an intricate role in it. I still played in the first one against the Panthers, but I wasn't the guy.
Yeah, you had Vaughn in front of you. But that's going to do it. I want to thank you so much for the time you're giving us here today. Thanks for the question. It was great learning more about you. Hopefully the fans enjoyed that as well. Keep killing it on the year on the season. We'll be looking out for those Iron Man glasses. And appreciate all your time, man. Keep crushing it and doing your thing. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you having me on. It was a pleasure. It was fun, man. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
You guys have it. Another player in the studio, another player in the building, Shaq Barrett. He's not having the season he wants to, but he's still, affecting the game. And obviously, cares a lot about this team. So great interview. Got to learn about a lot of stuff from him, about himself, but also about the team and how things are going. Sorry about that. But that's going to do it for us here on Pirate Parlay on the Sick Podcast. Thank you guys for all tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're going to take a break for the holidays, so we won't have our normal Thursday show. We'll be back next week, probably with another player. I got to keep them coming. So I'll get back to you guys then. Until then, see you later. Peace out.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Pirate Parlay on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.